Hi and welcome back. Excuse me. In this video I've just done a backup and I've been using the stamper from this this Gaia Tools menu. There's no and on here, in here it spawns, where is it, in there, parent, advanced, auto triggers. So it takes the coniferous forest textures and stamps them. That's what's been happening while I've been stamping in the previous videos. I'm going to leave that as that, but I don't know where it's getting this from. It's probably from a default location. Oh no, actually, sorry. Yeah, it's taken them from my other Gaia Tools, which is a good thing. I'll show you why just in a second. So I can turn the old one off, turn this one off because I'm not doing any stamping today. I'm just going to, what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn off the water. Where's the water? And as you can see, under the water it's doing some strange things. And obviously in here it's planting trees, etc. So I need to lower the height of the grass. I don't mind the rocks so much. I can put up with the rocks because I've actually changed the rock settings. I'll show you that in a minute. And then also there's trees all over the place underwater. Why that's happening is anybody's guess. Anyway, so I've changed the rock setting. I'll show you that in a minute, but at the minute I want to try and remove this grass from underneath the water. So I want to put an height mask, if possible, on the grass, because I don't know why this is happening. It's just, well, I just don't know why it's happening. So I'll go into the texture. Open the grass up. Let's have a look where it's. Oh, let's bring it over to this end where yeah, I've got no idea why it's coming underground. So let's make that a colour that we can see. Oh, wrong one. We'll take that back to what it was. Ish. That's that one. And it's not spawning under grass as far as it says. But is there an height mask on it? Let's have a look. Mask settings. Yes, there's an height mask. But as excuse me, let me just show you the rock thing that I've done. The rock let's turn the other one off. The rock I've changed. Excuse me. So most of the slopes are rock. Where's that purple thing coming from? Oh right, because that's the underwater part. So the rock will still be underwater. I'm going to leave the water flat for now. See what, because I might have to raise the height. Yeah, so that basically, based on these settings in this grass, let's go back to the grass. Oh, hang on a minute. Let's just show you what I've done with the rock. I've changed the rock so that it appears where it should be on the slopes. Well, now to get that, I had to remove this. This originally was below. Come on, move. Yeah, this originally, the slope mask was originally the third one, so they had this convex mask, which I don't even know why that was there, to be honest. And these other two, I don't. Again, basically, if you've got a curve like that, oops. If you've got a curve going like that, I believe convex puts it on, is spawning it on the top of the curve, which I don't get at all. Which is why we were having, earlier in an early video, on top of such a hills like this, we're having rock on the top. So I've basically changed that, and to change it I've had to remove everything and just have a slope mask. Now this slope mask is from 1 degree to 10 degree. Now why that's, I mean, this is obviously above 1 and 10 degree, but that's what I had to set it at to get it to work. And this line here, that's another story. So I've got the and I basically did that. I'll not move the thing, but I basically did it so that rocks appear on the slopes of the river, such as like here and here, and it had to be set at these low degrees to spawn on these. So as you remember, I did all this sand and this gravel in these rivers and painted some edges. Well, I'm going to have to do that again, because what's going to happen now is is the reason why I've backed it up, the whole project up, is I'm going to respawn the textures. I'm going to respawn the textures, and I'm going to wipe the trees and the grass. But if you remember, before I spawned the trees and the grass previously, I did all the painting so that in the rivers and the lakes, so that the grass didn't grow and trees weren't spawned in the rivers and lakes, and that turned out pretty good when all was said and done. So so now I'm just going to respawn the textures and see what they look like. And like I say, I'll have to do all the rivers again. I mean, I'd sooner do the rivers again than all the other messing about that I would have to do, painting everything to get it to look something like it should. So let's just go ahead and do it. So I've got that. Yeah, I've got that one spawn on. Mask settings 4. 3 of them are off. Yes, that's what we want. So it's just the main one, that's the new one that I've added. So I'll go into the main setting. It's fit to the world. We've got the red lines, so it should spawn all over. Although when you come in here, that's probably just an area that you can do at a time based on the size of the terrain. I don't know. So if I go in here, everything's off. I think we should clear the trees actually first. Yeah, let's clear the trees. Let's have a look underwater, see where they are. Yeah, make sure that these clear. So Clear spawns, clear trees, terrain details. I don't mind changing the removing the river rocks and the beach rocks, because I've got the spawn set up now, so that'll, I can redo that as. And if I leave everything as, there's probably a spawn number, and that they'll probably spawn in the same place. So I want to remove the probes, the spawn extensions. I don't know what they are. Game objects. I don't think I spawned any game objects, because they were the houses and that which I'd already got. The terrain details and the trees. But to tell you what, I want to turn the game objects off so I can see. I think that's the logs and trees, and I did change that, I think, so there weren't so many. So anyway, let's clear spawns now. Clear the fallen trees, details, spawn extensions, don't know what they are, probes, clear spawns. At least I've got a backup if anything goes wrong here, which is possible. I just want to make sure that any of this, but mind you, underground here it's planting trees and it's on sand, so yeah, what that's all about, I have no idea. Because whether those green lines earlier underwater with trees and grass on, I had to go. I started deleting those, but then I found more, and then there's all these over here, and this is the main reason why I'm starting again. I mean, I can deal with the grass being patchy and sandy near the ocean, beginnings of the ocean, the sea level. So if needs be, I can paint that again, because there's like a pearling effect, so which appears blotchy near the sea level. But as well, I may be lifting the sea level, which I was going to do. That was going to be the job with this next video, but I've decided to do a respawn based on the rocks. Having to paint too much round the edges, and what bits I did paint, they were okay, but it could have been a lot better. And there was a lot to do, so, which is the reason why I decided to change the rock settings. I mean, I tried before, but like I say, with the angle at 1 degree to 10 degrees, I don't know why that's what that's about. I don't know, unless it's coming from 1 degree to 10 degrees from the vertical. That's the only thing I can work out, that I can think of. Which to me is backwards thinking, because I would have thought, well, most assets that I've used from the horizontal, counted the degree up, which is, well, normal. But if they've gone from down, then that just shows how crazy they actually are. Right, so it's deleted those. I just want to. Don't know why it's doing all these stupid marks in the seas, though. Some of them are rocks, some of them are sand. I mean, some of them are grass, but these rocks may disappear. I'm thinking that these rocks may disappear this time because I've changed them, and the grass will still come here. I'm hoping it doesn't, but let's go find out. Yeah, that's off. Gaia tools, I'm just going to go for it because it's terrifying, to be honest. Don't need to do that. Let's just make sure we are set to the world. Oh right, you don't see until you're on the main thing. Right, let's go for it. Spawn biome. I mean, it's got end ridiculous. But previously, though, it was stopping here when it got to this part of the map. Why that is, I don't know. Don't even know where it is at present. You can't see it moving through the terrain. I think this is the area that used to stop before, so I think it's gone past that. Yeah, it's doing something here. Oh, now we're here. Oh, so it's only changing bits, which is could be a good thing. Please remove these. Oh no, it's coming from the other end. Yes, there. Yes. So presumably it's coming back up this end. Yep. I'm thinking I'm going to be a lot happier with this. Yeah. Right. I think this is looking a lot better. Where's the water? AI. Tools. Water. There. Right, so that's up in the mountains area. Yeah, at least it's not putting rocks on. It's putting rocks where I want them. On the sides, not on the tops. So we'll have a look at this river. Yeah, that's better. I'll probably paint some of this away. Yeah, that's a lot better than what it was. It's not perfect. It seems to be. I kind of had to put too much on one side to get it to appear on the other side, which is, like I said, 1 degree and 10 to 10 degrees is kind of crazy. I don't know what that's about at all. I just did what it did to get it to do what I wanted it to do, which kind of, yeah, well, this is a bit too much, but like I say, I'll be painting some of this out, so I can live with that. I can live with that a lot. Yeah, down. This is the one going to the ocean. Yeah. Yeah, that's better. It will be when I get GTX switched on. I'm not switching it on for a while though, because I'm focusing on the basics. Yeah, I can live with that. I can live with that. There's one more place I wanted to check out. I want to make sure that volcano looks as good as it did before. As you can see, there's a bit more rock on the rock, but like it's on the top, it's grass and that. Yeah, I think this is just a lot better. Is that the volcano? Yeah, it kind of looked good with a lot of grass around the bottom. It's taken a bit of grass away, but I think I can live with that. I've got all the cliffs. Let's put the water on, see what that looks like. Water, water, water. I'm at 21 minutes in this video, so I need to be cutting it short pretty soon. Where's the water? There. Yeah, I can live with it being a bit rockier than previously, which will probably help in the long run. There'll be less grass to spawn trees on and etc. But I'm going to try something else. I've got an experiment that I tried on an older project, which is the actual main reason I upgraded this project to Unity 6, to be honest, because it was Unity 2019, and that was the grass from yeah, I think I like that better than what it was. It still seemed to be a little bit more grey, but that'll change when I change it to when I add GTS. It'll not look so grey. But yeah, I can live with that. So I'm going to do a backup, save, and in the next video I'm going to check out the height of those two dock areas and lift it to fit one of them. And I still don't know what I'm going to do about this hole in the terrain yet. And I'm going to fit the change the sea level to match the second one, because there's like one over here and one over here, and this was the one over here that's causing a problem. It's above the sea level where it should be in the sea. Anyway, until next time, I'll leave it at that. We're backing up, yep. So I'll catch you again later. Thanks, bye.